How's it going, guys? Welcome to a new best graphics cards for the money. Now, I haven't done one of these in about 3 weeks, and a lot of things have changed. With Nvidia releasing their graphics card, looks like AMD actually did decide to lower their the prices of their existing graphics cards. So you can find some really good deals on some mid-range and budget end graphics cards right now. So let's get straight into this. With the cheapest graphics card, I went with the Sapphire Radeon HD 7770. Now, this is $100 after a $15 mail-in rebate on Newegg, and you get Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon and Far Cry 3 for free. Now, those are two phenomenal games. Far Cry 3 being one of, critically acclaimed game from last year. And Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, it's not like a $60 game, but it's a $15 downloadable title, but it is very fun, and it's a new spin on the Far Cry 3, system, and it actually works really well, and it's a good game. The 7770, this is, by the way, the Gigahertz edition from Sapphire, runs really well, and it runs games at 1080p pretty decently. Like, you're not going to be able to max out every game, but if you just want to play games at like medium to high settings, games like Battlefield 3, Witcher 2, Metro Last Light, games like that, you can probably run them not at the highest settings. You can't crank everything up at 1080p, but at medium, somewhat high settings, you're going to have to turn a couple things down. But if you do a mixture of medium and high settings, you're going to be getting really good frame rates, like around 30 to 50 frames per second, which is very playable. So for $100, this definitely is a worthy addition to the list. Now, the next graphics card I went with was the Sapphire Radeon HD 7850. Now, the price of this basically renders the price of the 7790 useless, because the 7790 is about $130, $140. Well, you can get a 7850 right now for $140 after a $15 mail-in rebate, and with buying the 7850, you get Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, Bioshock, and Tomb Raider for free. Bioshock Infinite, by the way, not Bioshock 1. That's the latest Bioshock game that came out in March, which is really good. Playing through it right now, actually, and I'm really enjoying it. And Tomb Raider, and we already covered Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Tomb Raider is really good. Really good, reboot to the series. I hope they continue, because I know Square Enix did say that the game didn't sell as well as it could have. But onto the graphics card. The Radeon 7850 is really good for 1080p gaming. You're going to be able to max out most titles and get, reasonably good frame rates. Again, it's like the 7770 where you might not be able to max out every game, but if you turn down a couple of the settings, you're going to be getting 60 frames a second at 1080p. So really good graphics card right there. I think a lot of people are going to like that for the price range. And this card launched at $250. Now it's all the way down to $140. And you get Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, Bioshock Infinite, and Tomb Raider for free. Yeah, that's how quickly graphics card prices change. And yeah, moving on. Now, the next graphics card I picked was one of the two NVIDIA cards on this list, and that is the GTX 660. Now, this is the non-TI edition. The TI edition is actually a horrible value right now. The non-TI edition right now on Amazon, if you get, or not Amazon, Newegg, sorry, but you could probably find some decent deals on Amazon too. But on Newegg, the Asus GTX 660 is $190 after a $20 mail-in rebate, and they have a coupon code for 10% off the card. Now, that ends at June 17th, so if you're watching this before that, sorry, that deal is over. But with that 10% off, you're getting the card for about $165, so that's a really good deal right there. And you get Metro Last Light for free, which is a good game to test out how strong your PC really is, because that's a pretty hard game to run. And the Asus GTX 660, it's kind of like the 660 Ti, but a little, lower clocked and whatnot. And the 660 Ti is a completely awful value right now. For $300, it's just not worth it, considering you can get a 7950 for the same price, and we'll be getting onto that in a little bit. But the 660 is a pretty good value for $170, and Metro Last Light is a great game to boot. You're going to be running games at 1080p. This is a lot like the 7850, but it's just moving up one step, so moving on. Alright, next GPU I went with was the Sapphire Radeon HD 7950. Now, right here, I would put where the 7870 is. But the thing about the 7870 right now is Newegg is charging anywhere from $220 to $230. And the 7950 is $270. So if you spend about $50 more, you're going to be getting a lot more performance, and I think that's really worth it for the extra $50 to get a 7950, because this also has 3 gigabytes of video buffer, so if you're running at a resolution higher than 1080p, this is going to work really well. And the 7950 is just in general a lot more powerful than the 7870. Now, with this card, you get Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, Crysis 3, Bioshock Infinite, and Tomb Raider for free, so pretty good value right there. That's about $150 worth in games, so that right there knocks a little bit off the graphics card. But yeah, the 7950 is an absolutely outstanding card. It's, kind of like AMD's high-end card that's not super high-end. That's what the 7970 is for. Speaking of the 7970, that is the next card on my list. And I know I've been saying that this is the really high-end card, but this card has been consistently dropping in price, and right now it's down to $340, coming with Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, Crysis 3, Bioshock Infinite, and Tomb Raider for free, so the same benefits you get with the 7950. But the 7970, again, really good card, especially for higher resolution gaming. If you're playing games at like 2560 by 1440, this is going to run really well because, again, this has 3 gigabytes of video buffer. And both the 7970 and the 7950 are monster overclockers, especially the Sapphire cards, because they have really good fan technology, so you guys can overclock the hell out of it and get more performance with both those cards. Finally, just wanted to throw out the EVGA GTX 780 out there. That's a card that, you know, if you're a pretty high-end gamer and if you want something that's really, really fast, you can get it. $650 is pretty steep, so I wouldn't really recommend it to everyone since it is a steep price, but some people are in the market for it. It has 3 gigabytes of video buffer, so just like the 7950 and the 7970, that's going to be really good at, you know, higher resolution gaming. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Subscribe, like this video, comment, and I will catch you guys later. Peace!